Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's story isn't about political strategy, press briefings, or partisan debates. It's about something much more human. When Karoline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, announced that she's pregnant again, it should have been a simple moment of joy. But instead, the internet did what it always does. It started asking questions. And most of those questions were about one person. Karoline Leavitt announced that she and her husband are expecting a baby girl in May 2026. She shared it simply, a Christmas message, heartfelt, grateful, joyful. No drama, no politics. But here's the thing, she's not just any public official. She's the youngest White House press secretary in U.S. history, and she's doing this job while pregnant. That alone is historic. And honestly, that deserves respect. But instead of focusing on what it means for women in leadership, the spotlight shifted to her husband. So let's clear something up. Nicholas Riccio is not a politician. He's not a media personality. And he's not chasing attention. Riccio grew up in New Hampshire in a working-class household. He faced financial struggles early in life, real struggles. Instead of shortcuts, he chose real estate. Slow, steady, unglamorous work. Over time, he built a successful property business, managing and owning multiple residential properties, especially around Hampton Beach. No headlines, no spotlight, just consistency. And honestly, that matters. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, there's a 32-year age gap between Karoline Leavitt and Nicholas Riccio. And yes, the internet has opinions. But here's my honest take. Two consenting adults. Two professionals. Two people choosing their life together. This obsession with age gaps says more about us as a society than it does about them. Leavitt herself has said Riccio is her biggest supporter. The person who keeps her grounded in one of the most stressful jobs in America. And frankly, if a relationship works, supports growth, and brings stability, why should outsiders get a vote? Their story didn't start in Washington. They met in 2022 during Karoline Leavitt's congressional campaign in New Hampshire. She didn't win that race, but she found something else. They got engaged in late 2023, married quietly in January 2025. No spectacle, no political theater. Just days later, she stepped into the White House spotlight. And Riccio, he stayed exactly where he's always been, behind the scenes. Their son, Nico, was born in July 2024. And what struck me most, Karoline Leavitt returned to work incredibly fast. Not because she had to prove anything, but because national events demanded it. That's not a political statement. That's reality. Now, with a second child on the way, she's navigating something millions of women understand. Balancing ambition with motherhood. Responsibility with love. And Riccio's role here is simple but powerful: stability. Not every supportive partner needs to be loud. This story isn't about age gaps. It's not about gossip. And it's definitely not about scandal. It's about how quickly we turn women's personal milestones into public debates. Karoline Leavitt is making history, pregnant, powerful, and present in one of the toughest roles in government. Nicholas Riccio represents something rare in today's media culture. A partner who doesn't chase relevance. And maybe that's exactly why people are talking. At the end of the day, this is a family expanding, not a controversy unfolding. If we can't allow joy without judgment, then maybe it's time we look in the mirror. Thanks for watching. If you value calm, honest storytelling, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.